twice around the side and once down the middle. That's the way to stir the apple butter Kittle.
Good afternoon. We're at Way Fruit Farm going to make apple butter tomorrow. But there's a lot of prepping goes on the day before you do apple butter. Today, we got ready the pit where the fire's going to be in. We got the steel barrels here so they don't burn. And then we cut this log yesterday, and it's a green log. It's tulip poplar. It's just not a heavy wood, but it won't burn because it has all the sap in it. It's not dry yet. So tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock, we're going to put the copper kettle on. Then we're going to put about 10 gallons of cider in it, start the fire, get it boiling, get the fire really hot. Within a half hour, an hour, we'll have all 30 gallons of cider in, almost full, and then we'll just keep boiling and boiling and boiling. About 10:30, we will have it down to about 20 gallons of cider, but it's a lot thicker because we got rid of 10 gallons of water. Then we will start adding apples. Hopefully by 2, 3 in the afternoon, we'll have all the apples put in. You don't want to put all the apples in at one time because they'll cool the whole mix down and stop the process. You put in like a peck, let it boil, put in another peck. You just keep adding scoops and scoops of apples over 10:30 to 2:30. After 2:30, you just cook it and cook it and cook it until it turns a blackish brown. And then we add a little sugar and cinnamon, and then we cook it down till you put it on a plate and you make sure it has the right moisture in it, the right thickness, and the right taste. Hopefully by 7 o'clock tomorrow night, we will be done. We'll start at 5 o'clock in the morning and we will boil until 7 o'clock at night. Sometimes it gets done at 6 o'clock at night. Depends on the weather and humidity.
And there we go. You got it. Yeah.
Goes about 10 miles an hour.
For the beginning of the apple butter making.
So boys, these are not toys. Don't go fast. You go somewhat fast, but not super fast.
Nobody's gonna. Like the ride over. Like several years back.
8 or 10.
Oh.
Jeff probably had hers like 6 years.
They told me if I had had this done like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago when I went to the one, they didn't even have the kind of device they have now. And they just improved it, you know?
Yeah, you should get a bowl.
Because I can't,
You're going to be able to stand up all that time.
oh, wait a minute.
Evan.
I
Evan.
need a bag.
Start in with
Okay.
her bag. There's a pile right by you.
What are you putting in?
Here, I
Go
want the
put
bag.
apples in. So she doesn't have to stand up.
I can't reach over there.
Oh.
I mean, when I'm
So
sitting,
go get, there's like 2 or, set it down.
here,
Go get 3 or 4 buckets so we can throw this garbage in and throw it in the fence.
okay. That's what I need.
Sorry, I wasn't even thinking about it. I just assumed you wanted to stand up.
Not really. I mean, I don't mind standing a while, but I had, once I had major foot surgery.
Yeah, right in your
December.
face there.
They took my foot and rearranged everything.
Your side.
Well, maybe you got both sides. Hey, I'll take one.
No. Maybe it was just that size.
Good job, Lou.
Yeah, these little
now you
ones.
gotta
Are you
pull
really
your-
doing 4 in each? Like if they're real little.
If they're real little, don't make
I
it
already
3
just
or
did
give
3.
them
I'm
a-
like, wait.
whatever looks equal to you.
And it doesn't, if there's a big one goes in there, it just takes an hour longer to cook it.
Yeah.
Put it in the crate to start, thinking that's what we did before, but
Well, when we
Maybe-
get one full, then we'll put it in the crate
yeah.
to store it.
I guess maybe I was thinking more of the
Okay, neat.
say the same. Oh, I dropped that in the bucket.
It's actually really good for you to
Oh,
eat your kids.
sure it is, because that's where all the good fiber is.
Yes, it does.
You bet.
Healthy. Yeah, so this gal that came and did the podcast with my mom, she loved it. When my mom was talking about how they came home from school when they were hungry, they'd go get a second apple. And she's like, oh, so it's like, Mom, we didn't have all this snack food like they have now.
I think it's the worst thing we've done to our children
Yep.
and our grandchildren.
Yep, give them the real
Second
stuff.
thing is when you go to daycare, you don't need a snack every hour.
We sure never had that in school, let me tell you.
He said take a break.
No.
You wait and you eat your lunch, whatever your mom packed, and then you go back to.
And you knew what hunger was at 5:30 at night.
You were ready to eat dinner and didn't say, I'm full.
It is so good.
Good and good for you.
How many did you? We loaded 8. We've emptied 2.
So still it works.
Right.
Ask it.
I mean,
Evan
Isn't
had me
baiting
go
deer
to
illegal?
He has a pile here.
We're not baiting
And
deer.
then-
no, but if you keep it
Did
there,
you read that in there? We're feeding the squirrels and the chipmunks. Any deer caught eating out of this pile will be shot. Did you not read that?
See, that makes so
I
much
have
sense.
a sign in the shop.
Exactly. Oh, really?
This is to feed chipmunks and squirrels. If a deer's caught eating out of it, we're going to shoot you.
And that seems like stiff penalty, but
A pastor from Maine bought that for you. You can be bored, yeah.
you're bored. You're bored.
Oh, you guys ready to sing your song?
Saxophone. Nico actually thought the second part up.
I did?
Yeah.
I thought it was empty.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
I mean,
I'll
I'll
take
take.
And Gene plays the saxophone. That was-
all right. There they are. Oh, no, wait. Those are not the apples. Hold on. Where did the apples go?
The apples are in that thing.
This blue truck. Oh, wow. Look at that. Okay. All right. That's the fruit of our fruit labors. See what happens to them in just a bit.
Yep, you gotta have the cider in there before you start the fire or you scorch it. You don't want to scorch nothing.
Oh, okay.
All right. How many gallons got?
12.
All right.
12 gallons of cider in the pot, and
We're ready to
you're
light.
about to light the fire underneath.
Push that piece of paper in. Hey, Nico. Come on over. Evan, you light this side, Nico's going to light that side. Turn around so John can film you. Anyway.
Oh, I got you guys. Yep, just do what you need to do there. Okay.
Do it on the edge. Do it on the edge of a piece of paper. Hand it to Nico and let him do it.
Okay, so Evan lit this place here. And this is just getting the fire going. Brooks has a whole pickup truck full of hopefully dried enough wood. And that's to heat up that giant pot. You guys got that yesterday or this morning?
We washed it. Keep lighting, come on.
Wow. Okay.
It's so weird.
Well, shake it. Shake it. Try it again. Here, let me see it. Might be out. You're holding it this way.
Oh.
You gotta hold it that way.
All right.
Okay, go ahead and get cider, boys, and keep pouring.
Alright. Happy to use the lighter.
Yep.
All right, Nico lit the one side and Evan lit the other side. And Brooks is, as they say, applying the dried wood.
Applewood.
Ooh, this is applewood.
It's applewood.
All right.
Lukey, go get some wood. The better the fire, the better I have it. I am.
Now they're going to keep adding cider.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep. Hey, Evan, grab a couple of them little get that thing there and put them over here where the fire is. Go on top. Put it on top. Yeah. Oh boy. Hopefully it's going to start.
Oh, the wood. All right.
Hey, Evan, you know where the paper is in the room where you have it closed?
Yeah.
Go get about that much paper.
All right.
It might. That's good, Lukey. Just let it burn. Don't put that in. Thank you.
All right.
I wouldn't lay it there. Somebody's going to trip on it.
Where should I put it like?
On top of the barrel. Either one. It's not like one's any better than the other. What?
What's the purpose of the cider? Of putting the cider in? Yeah.
So the
Wind.
wind doesn't blow it.
You want to keep the heat around the pot. See, if the heat all goes out there, it's not cooking the cider.
Oh, okay. But what is the purpose of dumping the cider in?
So
Pot.
if we heated this pot up, we'd dump the cider in, we'd scorch it, and it'd taste like burnt cider.
Oh.
So we have to have the cold cider in there, so it just starts like you don't.
Oh, okay. It buffers it, like it it brings it up slower. It
Yep.
brings the heat up around slower. Oh.
Yep.
Okay. Wow.
You'll see here after a while. So what we're going to do is we're going to put all the paper in this side and relight it. Because you want an even fire. So when we came out with the cider, there was about 15 deer out there.
Is that right?
Okay, boys, crumple it up and throw it in and it'll take off.
All right.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
my gloves, so I'll remember it.
Here's the cracking.
Yeah. You're fishing?
Yep. Start pouring no more cider in.
No more or more?
More. M-O-R-E.
How old is that kettle?
Huh?
How old is that kettle?
I don't really know. It's probably 1800s.
Is that? All right.
Yeah.
Has this been in the family?
We lost our good one in the fire in 61, and then my dad bought this one at auction in 61.
Okay.
But copper kettles and butchering kettles, it's old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for this.
You can't see the splendor of it. And when we get it washed up tonight, you'll see the splendor of the
Right.
copper. I got to stay outside.
It's got like a black covering around it. What?
No, that's all the.
Oh, is
years
that
of
all the
burning.
years of burning? Okay. Okay.
We
Yep.
don't want it. We don't wipe it off. We spray it a little bit. Probably that comes this side for safety reasons. Just because the flames are going so good there. See how it's starting to smoke? That's getting rid of moisture out of the apple juice, apple cider. So we brought cups, and we're going to drink a little once in a while.
Okay.
We brought some extras. All right, I'm ready to get rid of the headlights. Everything that's here you put in.
Leave my pot. Oh boy.
Okay, let's hold up on these because we're getting full. Get rid of those 4 empties. Just leave these sit here. All right.
Oh, I see. You cook it down.
Yeah, you evaporate all the moisture out of the cider and make it thicker and thicker and thicker.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's up. I have a thing in the house. It's up so high. Then you cook it down to so many inches, and then you know where you're at.
Yeah.
At a certain point, then you know you can start adding apples.
Okay.
And that's only just my theory.
It also concentrates the flavor, I guess.
Oh yeah, the sugar.
Yeah.
See how it's starting to foam at the top?
Yeah.
After a while, we're going to have it hot, and it's going to start rolling.
Okay. A rolling boil.
The old guys used to throw a copper penny in.
Is that right?
I don't believe in the superstition.
Yeah. Yeah. Why would they throw a copper penny into?
Because you could tell it was popping off the bottom. It was rolling and tinking. I
Oh.
can't hear, so I don't care.
Oh, okay.
There's a guy named Doc Weaver lives over in Bald Eagle. He's probably 92 or 3 now. He worked for Darlington through his grandfather. And then I invited him to an apple festival to make cider or apple butter. The women would walk up and say, "What you burning?" Because it's black.
Yeah. Yeah.
"What you burning?" He would never come back. He was so insulted.
Oh my.
I don't know what his real name is. We always called him Doc. And believe me, he wasn't no Doc.
Yeah. 30 gallons of apple butter a year.
Yeah,
you would
canned
eat.
it in half-gallon jars. Because when you take it out of break the seal, it would last 3-4 weeks in the refrigerator. So Mom would like pour a pint out in a bowl, and it just sat on the table, and it got used every meal. So when Dad wasn't fed enough, he would throw a piece of homemade bread on, soak it up in milk, 4% butterfat, and then put an inch of apple butter on it, and he made apple butter soup. And probably Aunt Rebecca did the same thing. I don't know. He learned it from somebody.
Aunt Rebecca has this litany of stuff that she put on the table every day from when she was a little kid, you know, and she's 103 now. So, and she snaps it off like this. It's almost like a little rhythmic song that she
I
said.
don't think she helped her mom sell the apples, but she was in the house 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Preparing meals and you look at it, and why did she pick the profession she did? Because she knew it already.
That's right. That's right.
Feeding 6 brothers and then maybe 2 to 3 hired men. They fed their hired men back in.
Yeah.
They ate at the table with you for at least lunch.
Is that right?
Yeah. My mom and dad used to house them.
Is that
They
right?
lived in their own bedroom, and they had breakfast, lunch, and dinner. My mom used to say, I hated that part of life. Because the guy's standing there looking at you all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know. Art Adams, when Mom and Dad got married, the 3 of them lived together up at the other farm. And then it was about a year or 2 later, Art got married and they put him in his own house. It was unheard of a guy living alone, but now many guys live alone.
Yeah.
So Art Adams' grandson from Phillipsburg, who did he play for? He was the first baseman, home run hitter. His name was Adams in baseball. You don't remember his name? Anyhow, he's back here in the State College Phillipsburg area. He's like 6'6", and they brought him up because he's 6'6", so nothing got past the first baseman. That's good. Where are you from? Over here. Yeah, have him point at you.
So this particular kettle has been in the family like from 61?
61 or 62?
1961,
It had
1962.
been 62 when Dad brought it home to the... Yep.
Okay.
And it's at Way Fruit Farm. It said this kettle is owned by Elwood and Emily Way and donated, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I forgot about the paper in there and we took it down off the freezer. Evan was on the freezer and handed it down. It fell down on the floor and we put it back up.
Mm-hmm.
So
And the first kettle, what happened to that one?
it got burned up in the fire.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how we were making apple butter. That's how the house caught on fire. So this pit is going to just keep them coals in there, and it's really going to do good. And we have almost 30 gallons in it now. So throw the empties on the truck, 2 on the table.
Yeah, for apple cider, what do they? Is it a similar process or?
Apple juice. Apple juice is cider they cook.
What's cider?
Cider is just raw apples. No pasteurization.
So basically, you just like
Squeeze the apple.
squeeze them. This machine like squeezes them, and then
If the guys might make cider today.
And then there's these things called cummies, which is basically the rest of the apples with like no juice in them. So that's what they use for apple cider. And then you just throw them out in the fields and aerate them.
Because we're going to get it back in there.
Not as much as the paper did.
Yeah.
Do we need more?
That was good for Rob. So all that wood burns up. And what is it for apple trees, guys?
What?
That's a fertilizer when it's burnt. In the old days, they burnt trees down. And what did they use it for?
Heat?
Potash. That's potash. That's a fertilizer.
All right, 3 inches from the top at 6:30.
31. What evidence?
Six inches
Woo!
is we measured up. So we poured 15 gallons in. So we know at this point where, so right now we're 6 inches. So we've already boiled 5 gallons of water off.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to go down to about 20, which is 7 inches to 9.5 inches. So we'll probably go down to 8 inches in, and then we're going to start adding apples. And we're already at 6 because this pit's really making the heat.
Right there. Or a little bit further down.
A little further down.
Yeah, like half an inch down.
So that's 6.5. Good job.
Yeah, hold on just a second. Let me see.
Smile.
Now, what's that? And what is that stuff again? You're skimming off?
That black stuff when the paper came up earlier today.
Oh, okay.
See, it always catches in the foam. That hurt. Give me a second to get my stopwatch ready. From Amazon to here, we will see you guys between 9.
So what are we doing?
A slow poke race. Luke.
No. Well, okay.
Isn't that what it is?
Okay, Nico, you're going to ride up right there at that thing. You're going to come across this to this stick.
As slow as you can. Is that what it
As
is?
slow as you can with the engine running. You put your feet down, you're eliminated.
Wait, where do I start?
Right there at that stick. You get the engine running. You're not listening.
Start the engine.
You have to be over here. You drive up and you cross past that, round that stick.
That's where the race starts. He does not listen to me.
That's okay. That's legal. We'll see.
Nico, don't pedal.
Nah, they can pedal. I don't care. We didn't make that a rule.
Don't put your foot down. You got it.
Keep go out. You put your foot down.
Oh,
Go! down. Nico. Are you listening? If you started back here and can make it real slow.
That barrel is not clean at all.
All right.
No, the slower, the more time. No. I'm going to do it next.
What?
I'm going to do it next. Oh my God. I ain't gonna
Oh my. You think you
Hey, Evan, bring it over. Evan, 4-4. You were making a really good long time. It's touchdown.
Yeah,
All right.
I floored it, but it wouldn't go over that bump.
All right. The only person I trust to time me is my wife. Yep.
So you tried 3 times, right?
Because the other guys are competitors.
Okay.
So all you do is push start. And then when I pass the log, when my front tire hits the log, then you just read the time and you push stop.
Okay. So you do it, you start it as soon as your front tire comes across the...
As soon as I turn, you start it.
Oh, as soon as you turn.
All right.
So that's a matter.
Go ahead and put some fire to it. Because these are gonna cool them down.
Well, there's a bunch of wood in there.
Huh?
There's a bunch of wood.
Okay. So what time of day is it? Apples still taste good.
It's 9 o'clock.
9:06.
So we'll record that as when we started putting them in. 9:06.
9:06. We're adding the apples to the boiling cider.
You can see now it slowed the roll down. So we got 6 crates. You want to hold that?
The apples will go in there and thicken it.
Woohoo! That's hot.
We've all been taking turns, so it's all right.
Well, it had to be where's your cap?
Oh, I'm ready to stir now with this.
Stay right there, and I'm just going to keep
He
dripping.
built that shop for Grandma.
No, he built it for his master's degree, he told me.
Oh, that
right.
concrete one.
Yeah, he got his master. He had already graduated. He wasn't married. And he said to Grandma, I'll build you a shop and I get my master's degree.
Oh, well, that had to be in the
Wow.
40s because
It was right after Grandpap died.
and
So I think
then-
that's 45.
And then they built that house in 1950.
Now, you heard the story about the first 3 rows of bricks.
Oh,
No.
Ralph and Joe laid the bricks, and Grandma went out there and says, that ain't good enough. Tear them all off, clean them up, and you'll do her again tomorrow.
you mean
The
where?
little brick house here in the corner. You will do it tomorrow because they were a little sloppy. And she wanted their house perfect.
She
perfect.
was
Now,
overseeing her own construction.
it was a
project.
$5,000 house.
Yeah.
And she was putting the most money of this township
See,
in a
this-
house.
Well, this thing,
That
yeah,
was a lot.
you see
Well,
those.
back then, yeah.
Yeah, you see those old pictures and stuff. When she died, she was 61.
Yeah,
Was she
So
60?
so
She
when they
was
were building
17.
this.
She had one more year to go.
Okay, I remember, yeah.
Your dad
Was-
talked to her and said, can you come home? Or he told her, you need to come
Need
home
to come home.
and be with your mom. So that was during the war.
Right.
She went and taught school. Ralph was one of her students.
At the one-room school.
So because
Thorntown.
it was a war emergency,
Uh-huh.
this is during World War II. So it was
They
a
left
war
her teacher without a
emergency.
degree.
She went and taught school, and then she was the only brother that she taught.
Yeah, well, they were,
The rest had moved on up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was 6, 7 years below Robbie.
But I think Robbie had moved into the other school because I think it was 1 through 6. There was no 4th grade. I think she said.
Right. See, there's a big age gap between Robbie and Ralph.
Yeah.
Ralph was
Well, Ralph was.
Was a whoops.
Yeah, he does. He
But-
always says.
Darling
What's going on
Barrington
here?
was 57 years old
Well-
when Ralph was born.
Mom was 12. She always says, I raised them.
Yeah.
I helped raise them.
Oh yeah.
Sharon,
All right, let's think this out here.
Ralph was
5
pretty much
o'clock,
on his
6,
own.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. We are
Oh.
8 hours
Get busy.
into stirring.
Get edges there.
Don't worry about it. We don't want to skim them off.
Oh,
We'll eat
okay.
them with bread.
Okay.
So we started out this morning with 30 gallons of cider, boiled it down to about 18 gallons of cider. I got to move a second because of smoke. And then we added 4 bushels of schnitz over basically a 4-hour period. That happened at about 12:20. We put the last apples in. Right now, we are almost into the consistency it could go in the jar if it's thick enough. There's still some chunks of apples in there. We want them to totally cook. It's really nice and brown. It could be a little darker brown. We're probably going to stir it for another hour here, at least, maybe a little bit longer. We just did a taste, and it's fabulous flavor. It's a little runny, but I can eat runny apple butter over bad tasting apple butter.
You betcha.
So today was very interesting because we're at 82, 84 degrees right now. I'm in shorts, and this moisture has been evaporating. Last time we made it, we started at 5, never pulled the pot off until 7+ in the evening. This pot's going to come off here in less than an hour, 3:30, 4 o'clock. We're going to be done and washing up. Everything will be canned and in the jars, and it is really hot. It's hot outside and it's hot by the kettle.
Yeah.
So anybody watching this video that want to hear from Alice, she can't talk right now. She's working. Yay, Alice!
Yeah, but I had a great lunch.
At the Way Cafe.
Yes, we had the Way apple salad.
Oh yeah, that was really
with
good.
the apple butter on the whole grain bread.
So a little bit later I'll explain how we get this pot off the fire and we start scooping. But that's another part of the video.
So I wonder if that's the same grain where mom and grandma.
So do you have a name on that jar?
Well, that's what should I bring? I was going to say that a couple times. Showing up was important.
So it's looking really good. We started at 5 in the morning. 3 years ago we did it. We never took the pot off until 7 at night, and we were whooped. Yeah.
He said, well, I don't know. It looks like it could be food.
Yeah, I know,
If
exactly.
it's food, I need to try it out.
But
Oh no! Oh my word! That stuff.
There's one chunk in there. So it's going to cool off here in a second. Just bang. So Grandma wanted a new car.
You think?
What's this?
Oh, nothing.
I think you were slammed a little bit in the background.
No, it's family trait.
I can't hear right now. What'd you say? So Grandma started getting a little grumpy. She wanted a new car. So they go down to Harvester Chevrolet in Weir's Market and they buy a brand new car. Now, this is my dad's story that his dad told him. So they had a 1929 Chevy truck. And he says he couldn't get it started that morning. So he takes the back seat out of this car that's only 3 weeks old and puts a 400-pound pig in it and hauls it to the butcher in Phillipsburg.
A brand new car.
And
What could possibly go wrong?
Hey,
no. So they get in it to go to Beatty in State College. And Grandma, she hadn't been in it. And she goes, what does that smell? She says, well, the seats are clean. Because he took the back seat out.
before he hauled the pig to market in the brand new car.
So Grandpap dies in January of 1944. And the first thing she did a week after, and I'm not exactly sure of the date, is she took that car back to Hartford and said, I want a new one. The guy goes, why would you want that? And she never told him. And she gets a new car. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, somebody must have hauled a pig in there.
I mean, think about it, there wasn't even carpet back then.
He promised the butcher he'd have this pig in there to butcher to sell in Phillipsburg. And so the truck didn't start, so the car was in.
oh my goodness. He did find something to put the pig in.
You would have thought he could have put it in a cart behind the car or something. I don't know.
Or whatever.
Stand under it.
So Dad owned 2 flat-bottom trucks.
That was you underneath it.
And the sawmill was out here on the Gummo property. It was called the Turner property then. You go out around the bend, you know where Clarence Gummo built them houses. Yeah. So there was a sawmill in there. So Dad and Naaman and I went out, and I was always stuck with Dad because I didn't follow rules. So every morning Mom shoved me out the door, and that was Elwood's. I was with Dad all the time because he grabbed me right here, and then you learn to stand straight. And I was not a slow learner, I just was a stupid learner. So we go out there, and they put the whole load on to build the storage. Everything the guy cut, they just kept putting it on. Well, you know where Gummo's butcher shops where the sawmill was. So they start up the hill, no straps.
What's the deal?
Evan's suspension snaps in half and he can't turn.
His what?
Suspension.
Snaps in half and he
Drag it up here, he works, and that's it.
legitimately can't turn.
I don't care. You pick it up, the two of you have to pick it up and walk it up here. You guys got yourself in the situation, get yourself out of the situation. Right, Dale?
That's right. I've gotten in some situations myself.
So,
You must be the only one here who did that. Haven't we all?
well, I know what he did in high school.
Just tell him to push it down.
I plead the fifth.
Now, the shock came apart this morning, and we tore it apart and put it back together.
Oh.
Yeah, John said you were working on
So
it.
it's broke now, and it's broke. Anyhow,
Wow.
so when we come up the hill
That would happen.
in slow-mo, and I can remember as plain as day, it just went nee, as the wood was sliding off the back, and nee, and we stopped. And Dad just left it geared and shut the engine off.
Okay.
We look at each other, and he says, can you jump? Sure, I can jump. So I jump out. So Naaman and I stayed out there, and Dad walked the whole way in.
Pretty warm, but it's getting.
He says, you know, this is a Kodak moment. So he grabs his camera, and he comes out, and he says, you stand 1 foot in front of the tire this way, and the photo looks like I'm underneath the tire, but I'm not.
Oh.
So that's back when you got 12 camera snaps, and he took them to the drugstore in Tyrone. So Mom takes him in, gets them developed. She's looking at him. You put my kid underneath that tire. And he's like, no.
Oh my goodness.
And I couldn't stand it.
Hey, you still have that picture?
It's in the store now.
It's in the store.
So all of our pictures,
Oh yes, everybody's seen it now.
all of our pictures burn up in 1961, except for all of the pictures that Grandma give to her only daughter, Aunt Rebecca, and that's where that picture came back from.
Okay, cool.
Is somehow somebody got a hold of that picture, and somehow Aunt Rebecca got a hold of it, and it came back here.
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Well, it's an interesting picture, I'll tell you.
So when Dad went out with the other truck that had no license on it, we started unloading and start their own.
Right all the way down his arm.
I don't know what his name is. It's in the phone. And he still owns.
How is that job, Alice?
Close to Washington.
How is that job?
I'd say it's like
Did a good job.
it's high. It's a high pay,
This is real life.
and it's work. And we're soon going to have some apple butter.
Oh yeah.
How it is.
On it was a seed.
Maybe I'm telling. Sit up, Irv. It's not that heavy.
Oh,
Just roll it. Roll it. You just put a little chip in the. All right. Now we want to lift that over.
Sure.
Yep. Now hold up a second. We're going to get rid of this barrel over there. Do not.
This is hot.
Yeah, I don't know if it's in the sun.
Try the sun.
Yeah.
Now,
You're going to try and set it over there in the shade.
I'm going to get closer.
Move that back.
All right. I need a spoon. We dropped a chip of wood in there. All right. Over there's some rocks. Yeah. There's some cold rocks over there.
I can look down, I can see my toes.
Guys, you get a tattoo without paying for it. Gap was paying $5 an hour more to milk cows. So, what's her name? Allison. She went down there for $5 more.
I guess I'll be all right. I was thinking it would be there and it wouldn't seal, but it'll seal. Oh my God.
Someday when you go home, you ought to try this. My dad ate it all the time. So you get homemade bread, you put it on the plate, you soak the bread up till the milk won't stay in the bread.
Okay.
Just 4% milk, whole milk. Then you put an inch of apple butter on. Then you make a little swimming pool in the middle and put another couple teaspoons of milk in there. And then just make it look like soup and eat it. And it is fabulous.
It sounds too mushy to me.
It is soft, but boy is it good.
Okay.
You put like a fifth, and there is a bug. We're going to do about a fifth to heat the jars up, because if you pour them all in at once, it's crack.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, you keep filling them up.
Yeah. I see what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise you'd hear.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So this is Sharon's mom's set.
Okay.
And so we put it in the camper. All right.
Tell me what we should do.
Don't know.
Wiggle. Okay, somebody move it.
It's like it's peeing.
Well, I thought of something else. and I'm not going to say it. This will be interesting.
Little ones should probably not be in there.
She went to get something to wipe the jars off.
Wow.
I don't know why you need to wipe the jars off.
Just the rims, maybe.
So we're gonna fill them totally up.
Go back here.
Yep.
Nico, I have to.
And then there's
Past you here.
Rings.
There's box with rings in there.
We're gonna.
Anything that's in the way. Get this out of here.
I never got the
Yeah.
Anything on this ring is fair game.
Get in. Excuse me.
Everything's
Excuse me.
Guys, gotta move.
Oh.
Yep. We only dip when there's no dippers.
Go for it.
See that there?
Yeah.
Try that.
Yeah, that's good.
Want a piece, Dale?
Me.
Sure. If you've got one.
You want trades?
Yeah, give it.
Okay. Thank you. Yep, it's hot.
You what?
Put this side.
Sorry.
Oh my word.
Hey, hon. Did we ever put sugar in? I missed that memo.
You were sitting here. We decided it didn't need no sugar and no cinnamon. I think it was fabulous. I think it tastes like a.
Herb, you wanna out of the kettle?
What's that?
You want a piece out of the kettle?
All right.
Better.
I'll be right back.
That's what they all say. Never to be seen again.
You want a piece?
Yeah, that stuff is good.
Hey, right back.
It's hot.
He's a keeper. I get it. Just eat it.
Wait, get a picture of that.
All right.
Evan, you want one like that?
They'll figure it out. The date's way off.
Yeah.
I will take one.
All right, ladies, you
I'm gonna
guys
put a
want some
whole loaf
dipping?
in my mouth. With that
Well,
stuff.
I will take another one.
Not yet.
For saying stuff like that in face.
Here. Whoa. There we go.
Stay here. That keeps the blade sharp.
That's right. Yeah.
I thought I had it high enough to go across them rocks, yeah? Good thing there's no trucks out here, because one went out there 100 miles an hour.
Want me to show you a flavor? Are you okay?
That's the one that's in the shed there.
He has a crap. It malfunctioned on him and got jammed in a corner.
Zero turner track.
No, zero turns mine.
Let's get some of them.
The little truck.
How about we wait till
A little.
What do you use with it?
You don't want to use this because
Is that it? Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I just don't want to burn it.
Oh, well.
Okay then. Hands were invented first, I guess.
Yep.
Thank you, dear.
Hey, Evan.
Good. They did.
As good as a spatula, if not better.
Well, I just can't wait till I slap Nico in the back here.
That's an adventure.
Ready, Nico? Are you ready?
Jerry doesn't want a drink. I offered him a drink out of the bottle. Moonshine.
Maybe throw that
Oh, I
one
should
away.
say that too loud.
Sharon, that one's broke.
Yeah. Oh, yes it is. Oh, you know what?
little
That's
bits.
the one. Somebody made me that one because it has that little.
Yeah.
Use the chalk paint on it. So
Yeah.
You mix a little John Deere paint with that, it don't taste too bad.
tomorrow your nose will be green.
All right. Here we go.
Well, you guys are burning jars up fast.
We are.
Many
Getting to the
hands make
bottom.
like
Now we will need the
I'll wait till the water shows
styrofoam.
up.
Okay, yeah, clean them. That's true. Because they'll be a lot easier to hit because they're the big quart soup container.
I was watching the entertainment.
There's a lot of it here.
Hey, it's my story.
Yeah, I know.
You can
Mom.
take a turn. Her arms are
You
probably.
can see her, can't you?
Oh, you're waiting for more Dennis.
They're the end.
Are they? Oh, okay. Maybe we're not going to get as much, so we don't need this. We don't need this. Perfect.
Yeah.
No sharing.
No Sharon. Sharon. Go Sharon.
Sharon and Sharon.
Yeah, Sharon. Oh, what's your name? What's your name, Sharon? Like I told you, we had 3 of us. And all of our kids were roughly the same ages. Yeah. It was so funny. Yeah. Sharon Lang, Sharon Anderson, Sharon Hazel. And then, of course, the one of you that just called Mom, Mom, Mom. Yeah, we go, we all look.
Yeah.
Except for there's only one Jerry and one Dawn and one Brooke.
So, do you have enough weight for all these?
Yes. Yeah, the only ones we're going to run out of are the singles. But
I get, yeah.
yeah, but not these 2, right? Because we don't have.
Yeah, we don't have.
Or do we have
No,
those?
after that small one there.
Okay.
Well,
no
actually,
more.
see, technically we have 2 more small. We've got one of those. You know what I mean?
We don't need
They're
lifelines.
coming for you.
Hello, Rebecca. This is Stanley. Just coming to the apple butter. We think about you and all your family very often. Take care.